like to thank you for joining us on St. Patty's Day. It's the green. Normally I'd wear black right now, but got the green on, you know. Also, I would like to thank BJ Richardson, who's helped us out big time, and Missouri Star Quill for hosting us. It means a lot, because our theater is not around right now. Also, Caldwell County Arts for their continued support. And the name of our play is Chicken Heart. Don't be confused with Braveheart just because it's St. Patty's Day. Without further ado, Penny Drama Club would like to present Chicken Heart.
Lady Emma. My first husband, Wilhelm, got himself hanged for thievery, and my second husband, Gilbert, took up with a wench half his age, so I cut him down to size. But if I had the chance to toss myself at another fellow, I'd do what Shares was standing here. It is 1340. A lady's got to have a husband, or it's off to the nunnery with you.
You're not in a nunnery.
Or you can always become a maid to a stubborn, independent young lass who will get herself into such trouble she's never going to dig her way out.
I don't care. I shan't marry Sir Frank Cleaver. He's a consistently canny conspirator, corrupted by a cancerous quest for cash.
I see your point, my lady, but he and your mother have reached an agreement.
The law states that no agreement can be in part without the consent of the parties involved. I am one of those parties, but I shan't be involved.
Lady Emma, should you not wed Sir Frank Cleaver, the cantankerous coot, your dear mother stands to lose all property left by your late lamented father.
Why, that wretch, that lily-livered lout, has pulled the wool over mother's eyes. What am I to do?
I'm afraid you must wed the wretch.
Oh, wretch! And wretch 1,000 times should I wed the wretch.
He may come to grow on you.
Like a wart? A fungus? The plague?
Your mind is truly made up?
I'll never wed till it be for love.
And what would a girl know of love?
I know enough to know that your heart skips a beat when you hear his name. When you see a flower the color of his eyes, or hear a bird sing as sweetly as he whistles.
Lady Emma, have you caught a fever?
Oh, no, of course not.
Oh my! Oh dear.
What is it?
You have fallen in love with someone.
Oh, that's absolutely preposterous.
Oh please, if I can see it, the whole world will know of your state before too long.
Then let it. I shan't care.
'Tis good, for just over the ridge comes Clerk Cuthbert Cleaver with your weeping mother.
Where will we go? What will we do?
You said you didn't care if anyone knew of your feelings.
Do you have to take everything so literally? What's that place yonder? Maybe we can hide there?
Oh, that's the Abbey of the Little Sisters of St. Mead.
I've never heard of them before.
Yeah, they're a rather distilled group.
Then come, let's make sanctuary.
Off! Get off! Everybody off! Where are we?
How's the horse?
Dead.
The poor beast! Aye, now we'll ride Nick here on the way back.
Me! It's her what's caused the trouble. She can pull us in a cart.
Me? A lady? We don't find that daughter of yours soon, and you'll be a lady no more. You'll beg in the street and root for roots just to stay alive. I want your daughter, Lady Emma, to marry my son as soon as possible. You wouldn't dare!
Shut up, shut up!
You horrible man!
Shut up!
Feeling better?
Just how to get out of my system, you slimy salamander.
Hey, you've got no cause to call his creep ship names like that.
Now, Nick, I don't care what adjectives people call me, so long as they call me rich.
Rich with Emma's dowry.
A delightfully decadent dowry.
Her father was overly generous. Half the land, half the manor, and plenty of serfs.
Serfs and turf.
Yes, but first we must find your darling Emma.
Oh, my baby, my precious baby, fled in distress.
She didn't flee in distress. She fled in one of her own.
Mother's worst nightmare. Best suffered in silence.
Now, tell us which way your offspring sprang off to. There must be a relative nearby, a friend, a cabin she once stayed in as a child.
I've never been down this road before, my lord.
'Tis the road less traveled.
And the air is filled with frost.
My poor baby, cold, alone. I'm afraid there's nothing around here but that.
What is that place? It looks shabby and tumbled down. Ah! 'Tis the Abbey of the Little Sisters of St. Mead. 'Tis good we stopped, for I have business with them.
I know not.
But it is worth a look.
Lady Emma would never stay there. 'Tis in need of great repair.
So's her life. Come on, we should see if my blithely begun brave bear gets herself beyond. Sir Cleaver. Sir Cleaver?
Who are you, knave?
An unworthy tailor. Norman by name.
And what do you want with us, Taylor Norman?
His wedding jacket, Steph.
Oh, Emma's present to you.
Oh, she can't despise me too much. Let me try it on. Perfect. There we are. Oh, I think you'll love it. It's made with the best velvet and silks from the Far East. You fool! I can't get married in this. The sleeves are uneven. Oh dear. It does appear there's some alterations in order.
And make them right, or I'll make a few alterations on you.
I don't have time for this.
But your lordship, the wedding jacket must be done for tomorrow.
Well, the jacket's no good without a bride.
Oh, a bride. How I long for a bride.
You, chicken heart. You, chicken heart. Long for a life.
Now, be gone!
But I must see how long your arms are. Oh, oh my, extra long.
Come now, Nick. Lead on to yonder shelter.
We're coming, baby. We're coming.
Silence. We want to surprise her.
All right, girls, let's get to it.
Perfect, Mother.
Matilda, how many times do I have to tell you? My name is Marge, Marge, Marge. Is that idea too large to fit under your wimple?
It's just for a contemplative order that needs to show our Mother Abbess the respect due.
You want to talk about who deserves respect around here?
Give it a rest, Krusty.
Mother Marge, Sister Crustacia, shares a name with a long and sacred tradition. Her namesake, Saint Crustacia, was responsible for baking the holy buns of Belgium.
I know the story. She burned the buns and then they used them as weapons to defeat the invading barbarians. I'm no dummy, you know.
I'm the dummy.
You sure are.
Now, Sister Daphne is no dummy.
It's just that all the vapors from distilling the meat have lightened your head.
Well, leave it to Sister Petronella to give a scientific explanation.
Can we get back on track?
Aye, I've got liver and guts pie baking for lunch.
Wouldn't put them to burn. They're my favorite.
Heaven knows they are mine as well.
Where were we?
Right here, Reverend Marge.
So, what's your gripe?
'Tis no gripe really, just a matter of clarification. Your speech patterns, Marge, are quite unorthodox, and we simply wonder whence they came.
You got me.
You got me? Whatever does that mean?
I believe this all has to do with last Friday evening. If you recall, a bright light seemed to hover over the Abbey for about 5 minutes. Then, a beam of light descended to one room in the Abbey. Your room, Mother Marge. I mean Marge.
Yeah? So?
Do you recall that beam of light?
Look, I was sonsies.
Saw you what?
I think she was asleep.
Snoring. I could hear you snoring.
But it's 'cause I don't snore.
Yes, Reverend Mother Marge. So, Sister Petronilla, you believe that light descended upon Mother Abbess and distorted her linguistic patterns.
She was speaking the Queen's English that evening.
King's English? We have a king now?
Oh dear, and I did so like Bloody Mary. Anyway, by the next morning, Mother Abbess was speaking total gibberish.
Look, it's cool to me.
It's not cool. It's hot as Hades in here.
Well, it is. All right, so a bright light came down and zapped me.
Zapped?
Yeah, so what we gonna do about it?
I do believe a doctor must be called in.
No, I don't want a quack pollen all over me.
I said a doctor, not a doc.
I know, look, I feel fine. I feel tip-top. I got the world by its tail.
Perhaps this is archaic mumbo-jumbo from ancient times.
Or maybe she's possessed.
So you think the devil's making me do it? What, cat got your tongues?
Perhaps we should just get back to our chapter business.
A point for Tildy. Now, as I'm sure you all are aware, the number here at the Abbey has fallen to record lows.
Only 7 of us left.
There's that many of us? My goodness. Anyways, I got a surprise for y'all.
Did this surprise come with light too?
No smarty pants. I got a couple new recruits for you. Come on in, girls.
Welcome to the Abbey of St. Mead.
How wonderful.
I'll help copy manuscripts.
And I'll get help in the distillery.
So when am I supposed to come up with 2 more liver and guts pies?
Anyway, may I present to you Sister Mayolay and Sister Hillandale. They're from, where are you guys from again?
St. Bertie's in Begonia.
St. Bertie? I've never heard of him.
'Tis a she.
Was she a martyr?
Yes! Oh, which one is it, girls?
Well, you see, St. Bertie was known as the bird woman of
Alakazam. And she felt it was her duty to take care of all the pigeons in the kingdom of King...
Gathalont. But the king didn't like the pigeons, so he ordered them all to be captured and taken away.
by boat, far across the sea. But the moment they landed on the island of...
Mobubu, all the pigeons flew back to the island of Alakazam because they were homing pigeons. And,
Well, since poor St. Bertie couldn't fly back, and the island had no food or water, poor St. Bertie croaked.
oh, no, she didn't turn into a frog.
She died. And became the patron saint of pigeons. What a lovely story.
I think of it.
I'll think of it when I next bake pigeon pie.
So, Sister Helen and May, do you have any special talents that you can use here at St. Mead?
Well, sisters, I am a superb seamstress, a captivating cook, a bountiful baker, and a gracious gardener.
And you, Sister Helen?
I'm a novice needlepointer.
Whoa! You better take a few cues from Sister May, Sister Helen. I'm gonna have you on bread and water till you bake a loaf of bread, grow a bean plant, and sew a dress.
Look, lady. Sorry, we're a progressive order. Reverend Mother, those skills may take years to develop.
We're in for life, so what's the rush?
Life? Your calling ain't a weekend outing, Sister Helen.
Who's calling? I don't hear anyone.
God's calling, and you're committed for life.
If I may, at St. Bertie's, we liked to take things one day at a time. It was easier for our younger and more foolish sisters to understand.
Well, how wise you are at St. Bertie's.
Oh, so they're wise, are they? Well, hoof it on over to St. Bertie's to it, see if I care.
Reverend Mother, I didn't mean...
Let's get on with the chapter business, Marge.
A point for Agatha. Now, concerning financial matters, we are broke.
Broke? How can we be broke?
Our means are selling like hotcakes, I know.
A hotcake? What in heaven's name is a hotcake?
Believe me, hotcakes have nothing to do with heaven.
Please, Reverend Mother, I mean Marge, explain why we're broke.
Well, remember that leak we had up around here?
I hate just sitting here on rainy days and getting all wet.
Yeah, that costed us about 1,000 clams to patch up.
Clams? We paid in clams?
Money. Pounds to speak your job.
Oh dear, 1,000 pounds!
And to make matters worse, Sir Cuthbert Cleaver has raised our taxes again.
You pay taxes?
At St. Bertie's, we never pay taxes.
This is a religious institution, isn't it?
If it isn't, we've been behaving for nothing.
This is a religious institution, but we're missing the charter from the king, and without that, Sir Cuthbert Cleaver charges us by the yard.
I told you he was despicable, May.
You know this man.
Not as little as I'd like.
Well, then maybe you can intercede on our behalf.
Oh, sisters. Sir Cleaver knew I was here. He'd see to it that your doors are shut and you're in the streets before you can say your morning prayers.
I don't want to be in the streets. It's scary out there.
No, Sister Daphne, we just won't tell anyone that Sister Helen is here.
Suspicious, if you ask me.
Well, nobody did, Krusty, so shut your yap.
Mother Abbess, I do not have a yap.
Anyways, without the money, I think we're gonna have to give the abbey over to Sir Cuthbert Cleaver in payment of our taxes.
No, you mustn't. He's a money-grabbing, monstrous, miserly, not to mention malnourished miscreant.
My dear, if you don't mind my saying so, you sound like a woman scorned.
Hell hath no fury.
Helen just feels very strongly about justice, you see. Don't you, Sister Helen?
That man came knocking on the door right now. I'd give him a piece of my mind.
Well, I wonder who that could be. Sister Crustacia, get rid of him.
Oh, don't we welcome the poor, lame, the starving, the needy?
Only between 9 and 5.
At St. Bertie's, were you open longer than that?
7 to 11.
7-Eleven, how catchy you.
Personally, I think we ought to be open 24 hours a day.
An all-night abbey could be a real happening place.
Real happening?
What do you mean you're not open?
You're open when Cuthbert Cleaver says you're open.
What bit you on the butt, Cleaver?
Is this Mother Margareta? The same Mother Margareta who speaks the Queen's English and meditates in Latin and Greek.
King's English. We have a king now.
What happened to Mary?
I believe she's now referred to as Bloody Mary.
Must have lost her head over something.
Can we keep our puns to ourselves, please? Now, let's drug your carcass in the St. Meads.
I just want to see my future estate.
Oh, please don't throw us out in the streets.
Stifle it, Daffy.
Ah, so you've been discussing your plight. I take it you don't have the tax money you owe me.
You know we don't, and you know we shouldn't have to pay a single cent to you. We do the Lord's work here. Would you tax the Lord himself?
Sisters, didn't the Lord say to render unto Cuthbert the things that are Cuthbert's?
You got us there, Toots, but that's as far as you're getting us. When's the money due?
Midnight tomorrow, right, Nick?
I thought it was noon tomorrow.
I can afford to be generous.
Midnight tomorrow? That ain't enough time to ride a fast horse to the bank and beg for a loan.
Oh.
Sister Helen, can you make no plea to this man? You said you knew him. Surely he must see the folly of his way.
A way so treacherous that if it continues on its path, you'll end up frying hotcakes for Satan himself.
And hotcakes have nothing to do with heaven.
Sir Cleaver, let us leave here. Why? Are you nervous?
Yes, I've never liked penguins before.
Oh, so first you come here to rob us, and now your girlfriend gets to make fun of us too.
Girlfriend? You think that she and I
No, Sir Cleaver. That would be absolutely hilarious. She's old enough to be your sister.
Nick,
Yeah.
shut up.
Well, is there really nothing you can do? What does it say? It says the sisters of St. Bertie's are forbidden to speak to men.
Oh, whoa, thou cram your style.
Reverend Mother, what are you talking about?
How long has she been like this?
Since Friday evening, a bright light.
Zapped her!
Zapped? What does that mean?
Well, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Personally, I think she's possessed.
Crustacea, I think I smelled his liver and gut pies burning.
Oh dear, my glorious pie! So, you don't have the money then?
We don't have a pound.
Oh, that's too bad. I'd hate to have to throw a pack of nuns to the wolves.
You don't have to. You don't need to tax St. Mead's again.
Once a year is plenty.
And if we ever find that charter, you're gonna have to pay back every pound you stole.
Oh my, I'm shaking. I'm quaking. You're making me S-C-A-R-E-D.
Oh, you wanna play Scrabble? I got a word for you. S-C-R-A-M.
Scrabble?
Scrab?
Oh, I get it. All that holy stuff didn't work, and you think that if you stand up to me, then you'll get your way. Well, you've got another thing coming. I want that 100 pounds tomorrow by midnight, or out you go!
Really, Sir Cleaver, I've never been so embarrassed in my life.
Come on, girls. We got some work to do in the garden. We'll leave Sir Cover Cleaver here to prayer and meditation, as if that would do him any good.
Actually, I think we'll stay for a bit.
Why?
I want to measure the windows for curtains.
You know, Nick, something doesn't add up here. It just doesn't gel. It just doesn't seem right. Nick, what are you doing?
I'm measuring the windows for curtains.
You idiot!
You said measure the windows for curtains.
That was to get rid of them.
You're just gonna buy off the shelf?
We don't care about the curtains.
But a nice green brocade look absolutely delightful right here.
Nick,
Yeah.
shut up!
But you know something, boss? All the nuns round these parts look the same.
Exactly. So, I have devised a plan.
Oh, that's something I've always liked about you, Sir Cleaver. You're a man of action. You've always got ace up your sleeve. So what are you gonna do?
Why, thank you, Nick.
What are you gonna do?
Well, I'm going to have my faithful right-hand man take the veil.
Right-hand man.
Well, I can't think of anyone better suited.
Great, because I'm left-handed.
There you go, being literal again.
Me.
You.
Take the veil.
You'll look good in black.
No, you can't mean it.
Upon my honor, I do.
Great, because you don't have any honor.
Nick,
Yeah, boss.
go steal a habit.
Stealing's not a habit to get into.
Pass yourself off as Sister Euphemia.
Who were?
Sister Euphemia.
No, boss, no, and 1,000 more times, no!
You nasty, naughty knave! You'll do as I say and you'll like it!
What are we doing here, Norman?
I feel something's amiss.
Way too many beans for lunch.
No, I'm here with Lady Emma Chalfont.
Oh, Norman, not that again.
For a sister, you're not very supportive.
Norman, you're a tailor. Not even a brave little tailor. You're the biggest chicken heart England's ever seen. And here she's a fine lady. And she's marrying Sir Frank Cleaver soon anyway. You made the wedding coat.
That's what's not right. She told me with her eyes.
Told a chicken like you what?
It was like a cry for help. like she was saying, "Help me! Help me! Help me!"
I think you're coming down with the plague.
I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling great. In fact, I'm feeling positively perfect.
That doesn't explain why we're here. Lady Emma Chalfont isn't in a convent if she's about to marry Sir Cleaver.
Well, she may have taken refuge if she didn't want to marry Sir Frank Cleaver, and I'm not leaving here until I find out the truth.
What about all your jobs back at the shop? Oh, that's right. You don't have any jobs.
It's a slow time of the year.
It's always a slow time for Mr. Uneven Sleeves.
Someone's coming.
Sister, I thought I heard someone. I know it was him. Who, St. Bede? Yes. Sometimes when I'm down in the root cellar, I hear his voice. One time, I even saw him. Does he say anything?
Keep up the good work.
Well, that's not exactly what I thought I heard, but...
Keep up the good work.
And his halo was so bright you had to cover your eyes. You know what I think, girls? This St. Bede has come to tell us something?
Yeah, that you're both off your rockers.
What's a rocker?
I don't know, but you're off yours. Your trolley has jumped the tracks.
I don't have a trolley, do I?
Look, St. Bede doesn't give two hoots about this place. And if he did, he wouldn't let someone like Sir Cuthbert Cleaver rob us blind.
Don't be too sure about that.
It's him! Is it you?
Yes, my child, it is me.
How's it hanging?
It's hanging fine.
So, is this a social call or business?
Sisters Helen and May.
The visitors! Is there something about them I ought to know?
Bring them to me, please.
Is it their time?
Their time for what?
To cross the threshold into the pearly gates.
Just bring them to me.
Gosh, they're so young.
Come on, girls, better get out of here before he wants us to.
Norman, what are you doing?
Shh, they think I'm the ghost to St. Me.
You? A saint?
Ha! What's the joke? I haven't done anything bad.
That's because you're a chicken. The biggest chicken on earth, you're afraid of your own shadow.
Well, I fooled them, didn't I?
Norman, let's get the coat to Sir Cleaver and get out of here before you get into real trouble.
But what about Lady Emma?
She doesn't know you're alive. I'm going to find Sir Cleaver and get your money for this coat.
No, got you. Got you.
We've got to get out of here this instant. Sir Cuthbert Cleaver is too clever to fool.
It's no use. He's encamped just below the window in front of the only entrance into the Abbey. And even if we do escape, where will we go? What will we do?
Oh, sisters, perhaps you can help me.
Lady?
My dear daughter has run away, and only she knows where. Have you perchance seen her and her maid crossing the Abbey grounds?
What does your daughter look like?
A beautiful young lass, with a bright smile, and even brighter eyes. Alas, sadly doomed since her betrothal to Sir Frank Cleaver.
Then why was this marriage pursued?
Sir Cleaver is the king's emissary, and can levy taxes against anyone who wishes. I wish he'd never laid eyes on my poor daughter, but she must work to save her estate.
Surely there is another way.
Unless Sir Cleaver finds his way to the pearly gates by tomorrow, I think not.
I'm sorry. Did you say the pearly gates? That man won't get so much as a postcard of the pearly gates.
If you girls do see my dear daughter, pray let me know, for I must convince her to do what is right.
Well, Lady Emma,
Poor mother.
she's going to be a lot poor if Cleaver gets his way.
Which he shan't.
He shan't.
He shan't.
You forget.
I know that the only way that he shan't to you is that he be 6 feet under. However, I do not love Sir Frank Cleaver any more than I love a wart on my big toe. My heart belongs to another, consistently creative craftsman.
Who is utterly beneath you.
Emma! 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 Well, that didn't go very well.
St. Mead, I'm so happy I found you here. I have a few requests to make, you know, the big guy.
Requests?
Petitions, if you will, like a new roof. I know we got this leak fixed, but there's St. Mead, I have a few prayers I'd like you to answer.
Well, my child, I've got...
It's just my mother, she's been living in the same small shack. Matilda, wait your turn. St. Mead, could you do a few things for me, please? Sister Daphne, get in line. Oh, look who's talking.
Sisters, please.
Oh, St. Mead, I heard you're actually here. It's really you?
Yes, my child, it's me.
Then I need a new boiler.
I can't cook soup or boil the long johns the leaky thing I got.
Sister, you're butting in. We were here first. Yeah, take a number.
St. Mead, it's truly you.
The other sisters were doubtful, but we do believe.
And we hope you're willing to intercede for us.
I really could use a few scientific instruments. Only for the betterment of mankind, of course.
And I certainly hope you can lead us down the path to finding an easier way to make books other than by hand. My fingers are worn out.
Well, my daughters, you must all be patient.
You're a saint. You can work miracles.
We've got a limit.
What limit?
1 miracle per abbey.
Well then, my miracle gets granted first because I'm top dog.
Only because you got the loudest bark.
St. Mead, please answer my prayers first. St. Mead, my mother, St. Mead.
Oh, come on, we are your
I'm not so sure what good that will do.
It will lure Sir Cleaver into the abbey, and then we can escape through the unguarded entrance.
Oh, please. Nothing on paper is powerful enough to lure him here.
Not even a letter from his love, Lady Emma. Dear Frankie.
Frankie, I blush already.
I've made a terrible mistake. I love you. I want you. Meet me in the chapter house in 5 minutes, and I will run away with you. Big wet kisses, Emma.
My lady, what a maliciously mischievous missive. But how will we deliver it to him?
Sister?
You talk... You talking to me?
Yes, we haven't seen you here before. Are you a postulant?
A postulant? What are you gonna loose, woman?
Do you see that man down there?
I see him.
Well, a ravishingly beautiful maiden asked for this letter to be delivered to his hands alone.
Ravishingly beautiful.
And don't get any ideas about reading it.
Reading? You've got to be kidding me.
So far, so good. Let's hide in the entrance until Sir Cleaver runs out.
You mean Frankie?
Have you seen him?
No, it's like he vanished in thin air.
Well, he's a saint. He's supposed to vanish.
Sisters, have you seen St. Mead?
Just a moment ago.
He was right here.
This is where his aura is concentrated. I can feel his presence.
Your wimple's just too tight.
If you excuse us.
Where are you going?
We've got to see a man about,
A what?
A man about to play.
I've seen a play, a holy mystery in which good triumphs over evil.
That kind of play, girls?
It's a mystery to me.
Oh, sisters, a prayers are answered.
What are you talking about?
Sisters Helen and May, what a splendid idea.
What idea?
Don't be so modest. The idea of doing a show to raise the money to pay Sir Cuthbert Cleaver is brilliant.
We're going to put on a show? What are we going to show?
A little song, a little dance. Come on, let's take a chance.
A little zip, a lot of dash, lots of smiles, and lots of cash.
Well, Reverend Mother, I mean Marge. And you thought my ideas were out of line. We are a cloister order. We are here to work and pray.
We won't have anywhere to work and pray unless we come up with £100.
I'm sure the good Lord wouldn't mind a few songs and dances.
It'll be just like church, except we don't have to kneel.
Please.
All right. But we have to fast for 5 days afterwards, and all of you has to have a job to do.
Sister Petronilla and I will go to the village and announce the show.
I'll take care of the food.
We'll make one eat. We'll decorate. Well, since you two came up with the idea, I think it's only fair that you write the script.
Write the script?
Reverend Mother! That's a lot of work! Make it light, make it tight, make it bright, and my name is Marge.
You and your bright ideas.
Shh, I hear someone coming!
So my budding beauty, my lipply lovely, my hot toddy, come to Frankie. Lady Emma, I got your message. She likes playing cake, Nick. I like that in a girl. Come out, wherever you are.
Boss, those are the two that gave me the letter.
In that scent, that glorious scent of jasmine.
Hey, you two, stop!
Tis my love true, Lady Emma?
You idiot!
Hey, you don't go around hitting nuns?
You let them slip right through your fingers! Now come on!
Hold on, it ain't easy running in a skirt.
All right, we're going to take a 15-minute intermission. And if you need to use the restroom, you can go out the exits, go that way down the hallway, and then take another left. And the restrooms are right there.
It's a real honey. I'll have another.
For Saint, you certainly are thirsty.
Saints are people too.
But you're long dead.
This will bring me back to life.
Saint Mead, what were you doing in the root cellar?
Oh, just rooting around.
I fear you've not found what you seek.
Seek? No, good lady. I've not found what I seek.
Can I be of service?
This zippy zap has emboldened me. It has made me feel as if I'm on top of the world, its lord and master.
Saint Mead, such words were blasphemy.
I don't mean them literally, but this zippy zap has unleashed my tongue. It has allowed me to say what is true to my heart. And to this end, this good end. Fetch Sister Helen here.
Why?
Because she is the object of my affection.
Oh, Saint Mead, you're no longer a mortal man. You no longer have the same desires you once did. Desires you obviously cast into the fires of hell where they belong.
Oh, well, I fished them out. They're a bit charred, but they're all still there. Now go fetch the good lady for me.
Sister Helen!
This is good.
Norman, what are you doing here? Oh, dear. What is that?
I'm not quite sure. It's highly caffeinated, zero sugar zippy zap energy. It's good stuff, I'll say. I'll have another!
Give me that.
I want a sippy poo!
Norman, we've got to get this coat to Sir Frank Cleaver or I shall lose everything.
And you'll lose the first paying job you've had in a month.
But Sir Cleaver needs no wedding coat.
Why not?
He shan't be marrying.
He shan't. He shan't.
I am going to marry the liltingly lovely Lady Emma.
You, a common tailor.
Why you laugh so loudly and so long?
She's a lady, Norman. You're a commoner. Commoners don't marry ladies. Commoners don't even talk to ladies.
I guess we'll just have to change that now, won't we? Now give me a sippy poo!
We must do something. He could ruin everything for Emma.
Let's bring him into the root cellar until the wedding is over. Norman, let's go. This cup's running empty.
Oh, but my cup runneth over just moments ago.
Well, it's running on empty right now.
Ah, zip! Zap! My kingdom for some zippy zap! Oh! You wouldn't strike down upon none, would you?
Pardon me, milady.
Our tush is touched!
1,000 upon 1,000 apologies.
I will forgive you if you do one thing for me.
Yes, milady?
I want you, do you know a fine young man who is your servant?
Nick?
Yes, because you're such a fine young man, I want you to give him 50 gold pieces and 2 weeks of pure leisure.
Yes, anything for you, Wait one moment.
Great disguise, that boss.
50 gold pieces and 2 weeks of doing nothing?
Was worth a try.
You lame brain. Any sign of Lady Emma?
I fear I haven't seen hide nor hair of her.
Nor have I.
Perhaps she has fled.
No, for the horses are still here.
That's right, my back still hurts.
Yes, methinks she still hides in the abbey, and methinks we ought to hide too.
You thinks we should?
Methinks behind those pillars.
You think's good, boss.
So, how's the advertising blitz going?
Blitz? I think she means blitz, like a crepe.
I don't mean a crepe, Krusty. How you guys spreading the word about the show tomorrow night?
Oh, Reverend Mother, I mean Marge. We walked high and low through the village.
Hear ye, the little sisters of St. Mead request the honor of your presence at an entertainment suitable for one and all.
Yeah, that'll bring them in.
But we must maintain dignity.
No, here's what you gotta do. Hey, grab your kids and grab your gal, grab your dog and grab your pal. Songs and jokes and magic too. We got a heck of a show for you. Reverend Mother. That's shocking. That's exactly what's gonna get butts in those seats.
Reverend Mother, are you sure you don't want me to fix you up some nice chamomile tea?
Paint it, Krusty. Now, where are Sisters Helen and May? I was looking for them myself. I sure hope they tell us what to do.
I've I've never been in a show before.
No one has. No one's ever done a show before.
Good, then we're on the ground floor.
Ground floor?
Oh, how I wish the bright light would return and Mother would be herself once again. Rogers, I haven't seen what you got for us.
We've got scripts here.
We hope you can read our writing. We were in a bit of a hurry.
Oh my! What do we do?
So, we'll do our singing and acting up here.
And the audience will be out there.
And every seat's gonna be filled, right, Aggie and Petronilla?
Right, Reverend Mother.
Alright, so we'll open with a song.
Oh, good. A sacred hymn.
Not exactly.
Something a bit livelier.
When the saints go marching in. Oh, I like the sound of that.
Let's give it a shot.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, when the saints
Come on, girl, put some emotion into
go
it.
marching in.
Move your feet.
Oh, when the saints go marching in. I want to be in the number. Oh, when the saints go marching in. We'll rehearse. Reverend Mother, Sister Daphne, do the honors.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Nuisance. Nuisance who? What's nuisance yesterday? I don't get it.
Nuisance?
New since yesterday? The big news since yesterday is we're putting on a show, the first show ever. And we're gonna make sure every one of you enjoy yourselves. Say, Sister Daphne, what do you get when you cross a ghost and a monster? I don't know, what do you get? An animal that eats a hole right through your door. Say, Sister Daphne, what do you get when you cross a monster and an owl?
I don't know. What do you get?
An animal that scares people and doesn't give a hoot.
Reverend Mother.
What do you get when you cross a monster and a rabbit?
Reverend Mother.
I don't know, you're gonna have 100 of them in a month.
Reverend Mother!
Yes, Sister Daphne?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Miniature.
Miniature who?
The miniature, open your mouth, you put your foot in it.
Sister Daphne, that will be enough out of you. Now it's time for Sister Petronilla, Agatha, and Matilda to lead us in a song.
You see how it goes?
There are lots more songs, jokes, and even a little game show section.
We'll ask members of the audience to come up and play Wheel of Misfortune. Sounds like we'll need that.
Perhaps we should go study our parts.
You know, is there a spot in here where I can make recent scientific discoveries?
Yeah. You have a whole segment on page 4.
Oh, I see. At the center of our solar system and loving it.
You know, if I can find him, I'm sure St. Mead would love to put in a guest appearance.
Sister Daphne, St. Mead is dead. He doesn't want to do guest appearances.
But he asked me to find Sisters Helen and May. St. Mead did? He did. He told me the zippies out he was drinking emboldened him. I thought he was going to wait right here, but he must have gone down to the root cellar for more zippies out. I'll go find that silly saint.
Well, when she's doing that, I bet we better all go rehearse our lines. Knock, knock.
Who's that?
Harmony.
Harmony who?
How many of these knock knock jokes do you expect me to know?
Sister May, do you think it could be? My love, in the guise of a saint.
Well, it's a bit unorthodox, but anything's possible.
My heart quickens its beat.
No, those are just the beans you had for lunch.
No, truly. There's only something we could do with the cleavers.
What about?
Why, May, that's absolutely perfect.
It's not nice to whisper in front of other people, Lady Emma.
Lady Emma. Sir, you're mistaken. I'm Sister Hilladel from St. Bertie's in Begonia.
And I'm Sister May O'Lay from the same abbey.
No, you're Lady Emma and you're her maid May.
Sir, I do protest.
No, you're Lady Emma, and we shall be wed tomorrow.
But I've taken the veil.
Well, take it off.
I've taken my vows.
We'll disavow them.
Sworn to poverty, obedience, and chastity.
Words, words, words. Mere words.
Come, Sister Helen, we are forbidden to speak with men.
Unhand me.
'Tis a beautiful hand.
None likes your callous clutching digits.
Mine nonetheless. And we are to be wed tomorrow.
I'd sooner die.
Alas, that's the only thing you can't do.
Or else you lose everything.
And how would you know that if you were not May the maid?
Oh, word gets around.
Let go of me.
Come, away to the tower here to doff this habit and try on your wedding gown.
I have no gown.
Ah, surprise! I had a terribly timid tailor fashion a fancy foo-foo for you.
Oh, my lady.
Pray to Saint Mead. He'll know what to do.
I will.
Come along, my sweet.
I'm dragged to a fate worse than death. Help! Help! Help!
Help is on the way, my lady.
Oh, sister,
Aren't you Sister Euphemia?
from St. Hugh's.
Well, it's terribly nice to meet you, but I'm afraid I must find St. Mead before it's too late.
I just left him.
What? Where? Then take me to him.
He went right that way.
Come on.
Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
I think we should add some harmonies there.
Oh, we really should. I thought I was.
Norman? Norman, get back here! He's slimier than an eel! Maybe he went that way. Wait! That scent! That wonderful scent of jasmine! Lady Emma, follow that scent, we'll hug them both!
Well, Nick, she's locked in the tower. They're to wait for tomorrow.
You're so bad, boss.
And your little cutie.
Bound and gagged. She won't say a word.
Great. We'll keep them quiet. And then...
What do you mean, boss?
Lady Emma's high-strung is a nervous filly, so I shall wed her, and then she shall be in an untimely disguise. And my rabid Rottweilers will ravage her rotting bones.
Ew!
And then I shall inherit as a grieving widower.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Disguise.
Disguise who?
Disguise the limit, boss.
For that wonderful recipe. Never knew her pie had so many guts. She'll be selling her liver and guts pies for lunch, so load up. Yum, yum. Say, Sister Daphne, have you ever heard of an elephant?
Aye, Reverend Mother.
The big gray animal with the big ears and the long nose that goes all the way to the ground.
They have very flat feet, you know.
And why's that?
Because they're always jumping out of trees. And you know, their knees are very wrinkled.
And why's that?
Because they're always playing marbles.
Oh, Reverend Mother. I bet you don't know why they lie on the back of the feet in the air, though.
How else are they supposed to trip the birds?
I think it's time for our next act.
I think you're right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Sister Petronilla and Sister Matilda will enlighten you on the center of our universe.
Hello, all you smart people who will be a lot smarter in a few minutes. Today, with the help of Sister Matilda, I'm going to explain the universe to you.
That's right, the universe.
The center of the universe is the planet Earth. This is the planet we live on, and it's completely flat, like a large pizza. The bottom is called the Earth's crust, and it's bumpy in some places and smooth in others. Most of the Earth is covered with sauce, which we call water. And then we've got mountains in certain spots, like big chunks of pepperoni and sausage. And some places are covered with snow, like the mozzarella cheese on a pizza. And then we've got forests in certain spots, like green peppers. And then there are olives, but olives don't mean anything really, because I asked for a pizza with no olives. Anyway, I digress. Here's the Earth. And then over all the Earth is a blue cover. It's what we call the sky. A lot of the time it gets covered by clouds, but every once in a while you can see Mr. Sun shining through. Primitive people used to think they should worship the sun. They thought the sun was the most important thing in the universe. Well, those people are dead now. We are much more advanced and sophisticated, thank the good Lord. We know that the sun is just a giant ball of light that revolves around the Earth like this. And we don't see the sun all day because it just turns itself off at night. Then the moon takes over, and it's just a little planet up there revolving around the Earth. So you see, the universe is very easy to explain and understand, as long as you don't ask any questions.
You know what, Sister Petronilla? You're nuts! The Earth revolves around the sun.
Reverend Mother, that's heresy!
Heresy? It's the truth! And another thing, the Earth isn't flat! Would you like a cold compress? I'd like to compress your narrow little minds. The Earth is round, and so is the sun and all the other 8 planets. 8! No, you know. And they all revolve around the sun. Reverend Mother, where did you get such ideas? A flying saucer. I remember it in the air.
Ladies and gentlemen, you'll have to excuse Reverend Mother who's under the weather. They had large needles and jars full of human brain. Reverend Mother! No! Reverend Mother! Reverend Mother!
Let's move on to our next act, a game show hosted by none other than Sisters Agatha and Crustacia.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals. It's time to play Wheel of Misfortune.
We'll need a couple of volunteers for audience. You, sir.
You mean I can do something?
Come right up and stand here.
Gosh, I've never done anything before.
How about you two? You've got to be kidding. Cuthbert Cleaver doesn't play games. He plays for keeps.
If you're too chicken to play.
You can't blackmail me into playing your silly little games.
What's the prize? I've never done anything before, have you?
If you say that one more time, it will be the last time you do anything. Do you understand?
And we need to find a player.
I'll play Sister Krusty.
I object.
Why, Sir Cleaver?
Because she's a nun.
Can't a nun have any fun?
I mean, this is gambling, isn't it?
Oh no, it's a word game.
Drat. Who let you out of the tower?
You left the key in the lock.
Ugh. But perhaps a friendly competition between husband and wife will be titillating.
We are not husband and wife yet.
Ah, Emma, that's your surprise. The finale of this debacle is our marriage.
'Tis your own misfortune, my worthy opponent.
I've never done anything before.
There's always a first time.
All right, contestants, we're going to show you a word on a card, and some of the letters are missing. The first one of you who guesses correctly gets to choose a curse to be visited on one of the other contestants. Everyone ready? First word, Sister Agatha. Yes, Sir Cleaver.
Oh, that's easy.
What is the word?
Stain.
Oh, that's not right.
What do you mean it's not stain?
It's not stain.
It is stain if I say it is stain.
Rain?
That can't be rain. Rain is spelled R-A-N-E.
Sister Helen is absolutely correct. So you get to choose a curse.
That's not fair. It's rigged.
You should have learned to spell better, Sir Cleaver. Oh my! Now which of the contestants will I have this curse visited upon?
Sir Cleaver.
It's the itching curse.
Oh, 'tis an old wives' tale.
Round and round the nabby stitch. May Sir Cleaver itch and itch. May he scratch a minute or two. And then the spell you will undo.
Nonsense! Even with your cheesy sound effects. Hey! Hey! Stop it! Stop it! Yikes!
The real misfortune has struck again.
I've never done anything before.
Maybe it'll be your turn to cast a spell, sir. And now for our next word.
Oh, but I'm still itching.
Whose misfortune is that? Our next word is right here. Any takers? Yes, Sir Cleaver.
The word is house.
That's not right. There's no R in house.
Ah, I thought that wasn't you. I demand better signs. Hey, she's cheating. She's cheating.
What is the word, my good sir?
Horse?
That's exactly correct. Bravo. So you get to choose a curse.
No, she cheated. I'm choosing the curse, and it's on Lady Emma.
There's no Lady Emma here. Because you didn't win, the curse will be on you, Sir Cleaver.
We'll see about that. Ah, the best friend's curse.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. Be, fi, fo, fat. Turn the curse's best friend into a rat. So much for Maid May. Maid May? I thought it was Sister May.
She works like a maid.
But now she squeaks like a rat.
Oh, Sister Helen, you're all right. Sister May, where have you been?
Bound and gagged by his horribly hostile helper Nick guarding me. But then suddenly, the bonds were undone, and before me sat a rat.
I don't believe it.
'Tis truly a wheel of misfortune.
Enough of this! I'm through playing games, Lady Emma.
To Sister Helen for Begonia.
Oh, for shame! She truly is no nun.
Her hair so beautifully radiant.
In our honor, we get a shampoo?
Shampoo?
Bring in the wedding jacket. Bring in the bridal gown.
Fetch the priest. My son and Lady Emma will be married immediately.
My lady.
My poor daughter's found.
Mother, you're losing a daughter.
I prefer to think of it as gaining a son.
A sunstroke, maybe.
Alas, my dear Emma, don't say anything you'll regret in a few mere minutes. What's that?
Did one of the curses fall out of the jar? I don't think so.
Not to worry, not to worry. Before we proceed with the wedding, we have a surprise guest performing some of the greatest magic known to man. May I present to you Mead the Magnificent.
I don't know, but his hands perform magic.
Well, they can't hold a candle
and gentlemen, I shall need a volunteer from the audience. Oh, you, sir, will be absolutely perfect.
Me? But I didn't volunteer.
You wouldn't want to disturb the audience.
Well, take her.
No, it must be a man. For we begin with the wedding jacket.
'Tis my wedding jacket.
Perfect. Well, let's try it on and see if it fits right, shall
It
we?
had better, or that tailor will lose his head.
Just slip your arms through there. Lovely. Now let's see if these sleeves are fitting correct. Now, don't you? Perfect. Just like this here.
Hey, stop. What are you doing?
Oh, this is part of the magic, sir.
Well, release him if you value your life.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for me to make this idiot disappear?
Is this Nick? Oh, he Nick.
Nick, cut the sleeves on his jacket, Nick!
And now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for me to make this idiot disappear?
Idiot? Did you just call me an idiot?
No. Are you ready? With the help of my sister Gertrude, we're going to perform the disappearing spell. Alakazam, Alakazee, makes the cleaver vanish before you and me.
No! Release me! The rat's here! Emma, come to Mama! Don't leave
What is this positively perfect piece of provolone? How did I get here?
Your newly disappeared master cursed you.
Cuthbert connivingly cursed my carcass.
But he has since disappeared.
Oh, he's the magnificent!
I thank you, Lady Emma.
But now who will marry my poor daughter?
I'm afraid her husband awaits without.
Without what?
Without!
Go, Emma, go!
But what if it's Sir Cleaver playing a trick?
Yeah, he's good at that.
Could be a setup, a con, a scam.
Are those bad?
Yeah, and I think this magician's guilty of every one of them. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Boss! Boss! We better get out of here!
Now, how'd I get back here?
Wasn't my fault.
Oh, they did, they? Untie me so I can pursue them.
How to make a living doing good deeds, sir?
In this pocket, there's a gold coin. Untie me and it's all yours.
This pocket?
This pocket.
You sure?
I'm sure. Darn, wrong pocket.
Dinner.
Norman, what are you doing impersonating a magician?
Oh, well, anything to win my true love.
You're nuts. She shan't fall for you.
She shan't?
She shan't.
Well, she'll fall for me the magnificent.
Sir, you've led me on a goose chase.
Because he's the stupidest goose in the kingdom.
Let me gander at your face.
Tis ugly as a warthog's bottom.
But he has done me a great service ridding me of the cleavers. Wherever did they go?
A world between this one and the next, my good lady.
And they shan't return.
They shan't. Does that make you happy?
Very. But you said my beloved waits without.
Without what?
Who is your beloved, my lady?
Well, when I saw the wedding coat, I thought,
A man skilled in a craft?
yes.
A man plain of face, but loving of heart?
Yes, yes.
A gentleman?
Yes, yes, yes.
A man who would make a fine companion in good times and bad?
You're describing a Saint Bernard.
My assistant is about to vanish.
I am.
Either you vanish, or I'll make you vanish.
Tis a smart maid who knows when to pick up her broom and sweep from the stage.
So, Master Magician, whither went my love? You must know him, for you've described him perfectly.
Oh, well, of course, nobody's perfect.
Sir, I would not expect perfection except in myself.
Oh, and you are perfect.
You're making me blush.
You're perfectly beautiful, and perfectly kind, and perfectly perfect.
You're causing my heart to race.
You're the most perfectly perfect person I've ever been chanced to ponder.
It pounds. Remove your mask and reveal yourself.
Oh, I'm afraid oh gosh.
Be not afraid.
But the kids at school didn't call me Chicken Heart for nothing.
You must face your fears.
But you're perfectly perfect posy, and I'm simply a thistly thorn.
Not to me, you're not.
Oh?
These hands! These skilled hands, I'd know them anywhere.
You would?
You're my butcher.
What?
Candlestick maker?
You mock me, my lady!
Barney the baker?
Madam, I'm crushed!
Then perhaps this will stitch your breaking part back together, Norman the tailor.
Hey! No hanky-panky in the alley.
Oh, but Mother, they seem to be in love.
We are, Sister Daphne.
Emma, are you out of your mind? Can't you see it, Lady Chalfont?
Their faces are all aglow.
But your dowry, wasted on a craftsman. Oh, Lady Chalfont, just think, you'll never have to sew another stitch. You have a professional in the house.
Lady Emma, you're really not serious about chicken heart, are you?
Gertrude Elizabeth, you blabbermouth!
I see no chicken dirty, but I do see a heart.
Who turned up the heat? You better cool it down before you set this place on fire. The priest awaits without a happy couple to wed.
And I haven't seen a happy couple since I wed my first husband, Lord Locksley.
Mother, he was your third husband?
Oh, gracious.
I had this thing about knights in shining armor. Lovely to look at, nice to hold. But they come back from battles and boxes before they get too old.
Maybe a tailor's just the right match then.
A match made in heaven.
What the devil's he doing here?
Norman, I thought you made him disappear.
Honey, that was a magic act. It wasn't reality.
But this is reality. Now, let's see what kind of a swordsman you are.
But sir, I flunked swordplay in school.
Then let's have a remedial lesson.
I don't have a sword.
We don't allow weapons in the alley.
Nick?
Gotta be kidding.
Sir Cleaver, you can't be serious.
Good luck.
On guard. I said on guard.
I heard you, I'm not deaf.
Well,
Be careful, Norman.
watch your back, boy! Get him, Tiger!
Roll through, Norman.
Looks like you've stitched your last stitch, hemmed your last hem, creased your last seam, hinged your last sleeve.
Would you just shut up and run it through me already?
No! Sir Cleaver, you have one decent bone in your body. Spare him.
Bones? What do you think about that? Nope, not one decent one.
Hold it. What are we doing? Standing here watching an innocent chicken get stuffed.
Hey,
I resent that.
But what can we do?
yeah, you're just women.
Boss! Daddy?
Oh, no! Nick, help me, Nick! Oh, Nick.
Come on, girls.
Boss! Boss!
Nick? Is that you, Nick?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm the marrying type.
Gosh, I wish I could do something.
You go, girl.
Oh, gracious! Just like last Friday night!
Hide everyone! No! What's happening? Emma, I'll protect you.
Is everyone all right?
Whatever it was is gone. I think they took Cleaver's. Thank goodness for that.
Boss, where are you?
No, I traced left of him.
Good riddance, I say.
I wonder where they went.
You're a better magician than I thought, Norman.
Yeah, I guess I dreamt some pretty strong powers.
Reverend Mother, are you okay?
I'm quite all right. Way to go, girl. Sister Daphne, we do not speak such gibberish in the Abbey. Whatever has gotten into you?
Marge? Sup, girl?
Marge? I am Mother Margaretta, and you'll give me the respect that is due. You're back! Back? I never left, although a little bit. A few things are a bit hazy. Everything from last Friday evening, whatever could have happened to me.
Isn't this the part where a wedding's supposed to take place right about now?
And we'd better hurry before anything else happens. You never know when the Cleavers are going to show up again. I don't think they'll be back for a long, long time.
Thank goodness, I say.
I'll miss the guy. Just kidding.